Welcome to Film Study and All American Universe podcast with Lexi and Lexi. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, rate the podcast 5 stars, all that good stuff. Here are me, Kaya, and Carmen talking about and breaking down Jordan and Layla's relationship from season 5. We talk episodes 504 to 507. Plus we added the little appearance by Layla to Homecoming. So hope you enjoy it. Here it is. Episode 4. They had a lot of moments, a lot of good moments in the first 3 episodes. Episode 4, which we're getting into, like, them being official, right? They've moved past the we're not talking about the kiss stage and we're not gonna kiss again yet stage, and they've kissed now. To quote Karima Westbrook when she did the live for this episode, she was just like, Layla on your lap kissing you now? You guys are kissing now? She asked that to Michael. So they start out the episode making out with a house full of people downstairs. Can we talk about, first of all, the fact that Layla, number one, remembered to lock her door? I honestly didn't think she had it, and I thought she was going to forget to lock her door.
Girl,
but she locked the door.
This is Lily, girl. She be having it all put together for the most part.
Yeah, I thought she would be so excited that she would forget. You know what I mean?
Nah, she ain't trying. I mean, look, I said they'd be out in the open, but now when she making out with her man,
She
like,
said... Not in the oven. They was still be in her. You said though. She said she was like, I've waited long enough for this, so nobody's gonna interrupt
no
it.
distractions. Like, look, the first kiss she had to pull away. Second kiss, we got JJ over here interrupting them. She gotta make up for missed time. Like all this time. She gotta make up.
She made sure to deadbolt that door.
She said, "How many locks?"
Nobody.
I gotta get somebody over here to add a third lock.
So much so that Liv, who probably could have picked the lock, said, I can't pick this one. Why
did you do
it? Liv was surprised to even find it locked, so that says a lot. Like,
I know.
She was surprised to find it locked.
How am I being kept out? What is this about?
And what was her wait, what was Layla's excuse why it was locked? Oh, she said she didn't know it was locked.
No, she said, that's weird.
Weird. Like the door locked itself.
Oh my gosh.
How did that happen?
Bakers got doors that lock themselves.
Oh my gosh. So she also, what I loved is even before Liv came in, it was Layla pushing Jordan and her being like, you're so slow.
You're so slow. I said, what?
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
She did. He wasn't moving fast enough.
He was not moving fast enough. He wasn't moving fast enough to his old bathroom. So she's in his old room. We get that confirmed in this episode. And I just love that she didn't it's a technical thing, but the way that she did it, like, directly lie to Liv, which is just like, I'm like looking for Jordan. Where's Jordan? And she's just like, oh, I'm sure he's around.
Just a few feet away.
Literally, just very close to us.
In the bathroom.
She didn't say, oh, I don't know. She didn't say, oh, maybe he's not here. No, I'm sure he's around.
The same thing with the door. She didn't technically just say, I don't know how to have. She was just like,
oh, that's weird. That's weird.
Because when it does come out, she could just be like, I never lied to you, you know? I never once lied to you, girl.
And then Liv is going to be like, you're trying to argue technicalities? That's coming from me, Olivia Stan. I know you ain't trying to argue technicalities right now.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
oh my gosh.
She didn't lie.
Technically, I didn't
lie.
So anyway, and the funny thing is, like, after all that, they have this amazing conversation, and Jordan's just like, "Why are we keeping it a secret?" So here is where the secret stuff begins. And he's like, why are we still hiding us from our friends? And this is the answer she gives him, right? Because I want us to figure out what this is before drowning in the judgmental opinions of the
V.
That word.
Yeah. V.
We're not saying that word on this podcast.
So we're calling it the V. Okay. The V.
We're calling it the V. But it's funny because we had this conversation in the question and answer about, you know, maybe it wasn't the question and answer, but when we were breaking down, I think it was episode 20. And, you know, I'm just going to say, and I did say it was a little bit about the group. It was a little bit about the group. And it seems like it is a little bit about the group. with the V word. But yeah, so anyway, he encourages her. He's just like, you know what? We don't have to rush anything. We can slow things down and figure this out. Because I know how I feel about you. And this scene is so adorable because, like, just her resting her head in his hands.
The way he holds her face, I said,
yes,
oh my God.
It fits perfectly.
They're always adorable. They're always adorable. They're always adorable.
Don't quit it. Keep going.
Literally. And then it's her, like, it's because what was it? Oh yeah, because his hands were on her face, and then she moves it down to her waist, and it's like, oh, they're taking it. Oh, she's taking it.
They're always the cutest. They're always the cutest.
So cute.
Wait, what did she tell him before that though? Before he like puts his hands on her face, he's like,
she said,
I don't know if I should be impressed or insulted.
Yeah. Jordan Baker is proposing that we not have sex. I don't know if I should be impressed or insulted.
Because it's Jordan. I feel it.
And talking about this new mature Jordan, right, that we've gotten.
Yes.
I feel like he was never more mature than he was in this moment, right? He was just like, you know, we can figure out the exes and the friends after that. I was like, you sound like a grown man, Jordan Baker.
You say college shaped him. College have shaped him.
Was it college or was it Layla?
Layla girl. Layla did that.
Was it college or was it Layla?
Did that.
Not sure I gonna give all the credit to Layla. None of it.
I never said that. I never said that. I was just saying.
Like 75%.
75%. I'm with that 75%.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I'm so because it's just like, you know, this is why I can't fully put it on college. It's because we've seen him in college for half a semester before this.
I feel like he matured. He been maturing a lot over the season. But to
this, like, yeah, he's been maturing. But to
since
this
what
level,
point, Carmen?
He was mature when he was with
Don't even.
Bro, I forgot her name. What's her name?
Yeah, that's why we don't know her name.
Simone.
Oh God.
We definitely saw a mature side to him with Simone.
We did see him maturing, but I'm saying I think this is at his
she like
most.
Don't forget the E.
She had to pronounce every.
Don't forget. She put ing on it. Put ing, not e. Don't end it. Ing.
But he's now mature.
Were you silent or were you silenced? The latter, yes. It's the former in this case. It's maturing, not maturing. No. You know, I really do feel like to be with Layla, to take this next step, I feel like he did reach another level of maturity, I think, at least.
I agree. He couldn't be his old self and have a relationship with her. She wouldn't have that.
And not even the old self with Simone, right? Like, I couldn't imagine fitting Simone into two Weasleys.
No, that's the old
Do you
self.
Think he
before him
would
really
ever say that about Layla?
Nope.
Yeah. So, but I do think that he grew. Both he and Simone grew from that relationship, the former relationship. Anyway, where were we? Anyway, we're still in the room.
Where were you going with this?
Girl, we still there in that bedroom.
We're still in the bedroom, but let's come down from the bedroom just like Jordan hopped down off the stairs.
Oh my gosh. How nobody saw that? How?
No. Because Uncle Otis saw it and his woman saw it. Because Layla surely turned around just as soon as he hopped down the stairs.
Make sure my man didn't mess up his ankle.
Literally.
And why did he jump? Why did he jump? Why did he
Kaya,
just walk?
stop. Now let me make sure my man
Wait. Why did he jump?
Because he's Jordan. Because he
could have simply walked. Only Jordan is gonna jump.
Only Jordan is gonna be doing all that. So anyway, he was doing all that, and then the rest of the episode was just them being just adorable, right? Like Jordan messing with her hair. This is a funny part. Again, how do people not notice, right? Who is most likely to send a corny text when they're at the game night of the friend group who shall not be named?
The group. It's just the group.
And so the question comes up, who's most likely to send a corny text? And she says, some of them are kind of cute, though, after everybody says Jordan. But no. Like, in a funny way, though. In a funny way.
Wait, don't skip the part when she smacks Jordan's hands when he's spraying her hair.
Oh right, yeah.
Carmen's like, take me back to the kitchen.
Take me back to. I mentioned him being obsessed. I just didn't see this.
No, I'm saying she smacked his hand.
She said no. Carmen said I need to detail the slap. I need to detail the cute little slap. See, I'll be trying to hand the reins over to y'all to intro some of this stuff, and y'all be like, no.
Nah, she be trying to hand it over when she want us in the hot seat, Carmen.
That's what it is. That's what it is,
girl.
Anyway, so it was cute, and then they went to the game night and did this. I'm sorry, this is like not important at all, but how are they keeping score in this game? It really bothered me.
I'm done.
That's what Lil Dill was doing.
No, but it was like each team was answering for the other team. So it's like it wasn't like one person would try to guess their group's answer. It was like they were going back and forth. So I'm like, what does this prove? I don't understand. How are you keeping track?
Look, they're like, you're digging too deep into it. We just want you to focus on the questions being asked.
Just focus on the answer.
I know.
Let's analyze the whole game.
No, listen. This is only after I was just
rules.
Who's the winner? Who's the winner?
It's the competitive nature in me when I was prepping for this podcast. I was like, hold up. Who was the winner? No, but the other funny things that came up in this episode was, yes, I'm gonna mention it, Layla ever so slightly scolding Jordan after the live what was the question about? It was something about the career. Who's most likely to show up to work early. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. And then he was just like, Liv, she would give up anything for that job.
For that job. I said, dang,
anything for that job. Layla was just like, not too much on my best friend, Jordan. Not too much on my
No kisses for you tonight if you keep that up. I said,
literally.
Right, Joy.
And then Liv saying was most likely to have a random hookup. I hope we come back to that. Personally, I hope we come back to that in the show. But yeah, so those were some random things. But and then this episode really felt like 2 in 1 because that's just the rehearsal. That's just the rehearsal. Then we get into the deep stuff. The handhold at the wedding. As they are sitting
how are you just going to skip my people sitting on the couch?
Listen, once again, was they in the magical
small
land?
Little moments. These.
They showed it to us for a reason. There was a purpose that they showed us in the background.
No, you're right. So explain them sitting in the background. What do you think they were talking about in the background?
Dad, we were interrupted earlier by your sister. And they made us come over here for this game night.
Jordan was like, wait until tonight. Wait until tonight. I got something for you tonight.
Can we go? Like, when do you think is a good time for us to leave?
Would it be impolite if we just like snuck out?
Right? I mean, like, lived and stormed out of here.
If we pulled the 412 and just like left the
yeah,
we left the art show together, would they question?
They don't know.
They're like, Dad, there was a lot of people at that art show, but up in this house, it's not that many people. Other people don't left. You know, they had a reason.
And then they're just like, then like, Coop already ruined things with Liz. Yes. So I don't know if we could like.
I'm still done with y'all.
And it's like, Dad, Coop is right out there too. She could see us from outside, so I don't know. She might blow us up.
And then Spencer is right there. I ain't trying to deal with Spencer or Coop. Like, you see what just happened to Liz.
You know what? Let's just sit right here on this couch. I mean, we can do a little handhold.
Let me do a little handhold. Let me do a little precursor to the wedding. Let me hold your hand real quick.
Yeah. And then they walk in on them.
Just as they're going for a kiss because they think they're alone, then Spencer and Coop walk
walk in. Dad, wait, this is where we're at. We are not alone.
We're not in our magical little world anymore.
Oh my God.
I don't know. The V word keeps finding this little portal that they keep entering our space. I don't understand.
Ridiculous.
What keeps happening about this world? How is everybody getting into their world?
Can't catch a break over here. I'm like, I just want to go inside with them.
Can't. And you know what? They entered their little world, their little portal again because they were directly in between Billy and Laura.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about.
Mind you, Patience and Coop are behind them and JJ.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're gone. I don't even think they have this full conversation y'all just gave them credit for. I think they just in La La Land. Like,
they're just staring at each other.
Yes, they're not even acknowledging people. They don't know people's around them.
There's something, you know what, it was a good distraction for them though, because there's something major happening up there. Mama Grace and her annoying self is getting married to Papa Carter now, which means all these people that's around them is focused on this wedding that's happening up there. You know, they said, if we're going to stick a handhold right now is the time to take it.
Focused.
See, the thing with me
would have had to break their necks and look over in front in order to see them holding hands.
But here's the thing, that is true. But here's where I'm going to call them out a little bit, because personally, EYE, think that was one of their hottest moments, just like the little handhold. But explain to me this: Layla was moving her entire body with Jordan just holding.
And then it wasn't even like it was a closed-in space, right, where they was holding hands. It was like you can see their hands, like literally. It wasn't like covered by anything.
But
like,
also,
see y'all.
Nah, because
defend them.
Liv girl, she was focused on Spencer that whole time. Focused on Spence. They just slept together. She don't know where their minds are at. Well, where his mind is at. Following that whole thing that happened with them, found out their parents then got locked up and stuff. But yeah,
Coop over here worried about her job too.
Yeah, this is the thing. Y'all giving view from our view. These two,
that's their view.
Don't know. They're not aware of all this.
No, I know that's true.
Listen, the people around them. I'm talking about.
I'm like kind of in the middle, kind of just like they were doing too much, because I'm like, Layla, again, why are you moving your whole entire body, brushing Jordan's hand?
Exactly, they were the same people that crossed the street and like nobody couldn't see them. That's why
she's moving her whole body, because you see where she ended up.
I know. I was like, she was getting prepared.
Like she couldn't take it.
She was sending them signs.
She could not. So, here's the other thing though, and here's where it is on everybody else around them, because how did nobody notice? There were some clips where Jordan and Layla, besides being around each other all the time, like, let's ignore that, sitting right next to each other, I know they were giving looks.
Yes.
After talking about, maybe we can slow down. No, good and well. They all want to slow down. I know we can slow down after that handhold where they were like moving their bodies or whatever. They were sitting right next to each other at this table. They have a whole entire intimate dance.
Girl, look at how they were versus this wedding. Like, no way. She is cheesing up in his face, got the hands around the neck. Like, come on, leaning into love.
And this time they're not hiding in the school hallway. Like, come on. They're right there with everybody.
They're right there with everybody.
This is how you know. I was watching that episode a couple weeks ago. My sister walked in. She was like, "Oh, everyone knows that they're dating now." I was like, "No, like,
no,
no." And it was them on the wedding, at the wedding, and she's like, "How can they not tell? Like, look how they're dancing."
How can they not?
Exactly.
And then JJ obviously swooping around and doing the little picture of him. Obviously, he eventually puts 2 and 2 together, but that's still no excuse because it's like
that's why I say it better be a couple people that say we knew. I swear.
Yeah,
I can't take
a couple people better have had bets going on in the background, being like, "You owe me $10."
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I need that $20.
Little Dill gonna be like, even I knew.
Yep.
Dylan, could you imagine if Dylan was just like, he just turned to Patience and was like, $20.
$20. I told you that game night. $20. Come on.
$20.
And then they'll be betting on when they started versus they actually together. Everybody know at this point that y'all together.
True.
But
Liv does not know. Nah, she does not know.
Who don't
Spencer
know?
does not know either. Spencer is absolutely clueless, and we'll get to that in a second.
That's a fact. Ridiculous.
But speaking of their dance, again, because once we get to the latter half of this, we're talking about everything where they're at right now. I'm glad we decided to take our foot off the gas and slow things down. And then this man said, "Yeah, do things the right way."
The right way. Yo, it's them trying to like talk themselves out of it. Like what?
Literally. I still wish we would have just seen them like I don't care about like I just wanted to see them like exiting the wedding.
You just showed us them walking out of this party. You could have showed us them walking out of this wedding. Come on.
You could have showed them like rushing out of there. At least like a little scene at the baker's steps, just like them going upstairs and rushing upstairs.
Like how did they get here? Did it start in the car? Did it start like
That's what I want to know. I think they rushed out the wedding personally.
I think they rushed out.
It was burning.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Talking about do things the right way. No, goodbye.
That was it right there. Legit happened immediately after that.
And then wait. Did they ride to the Baker house in the same car? Did they?
Of course. She did not. Look, she didn't have her car this night.
He drove today.
She did not have her car this night. She said, "Jordan, you can take me." She was ready. We not at Christmas no more.
Right? That was before we locked things in.
I wasn't hooking up with him by Christmas.
Stop.
Should I jump?
That's how you know. I'm not jumping. Well, that's how you know if does she have the green light? Does she have her car? No, that's
she left her car home to this time. She didn't want her car this time.
She left her car home, and you know when I think she fell. She was just like, "Nah, we finna do it tonight." It's when he said, "For the record, I truly don't care what label we land on.
He
as long as I get to hold you in my arm, as long as I get to hold you in my arms, like every chance I get."
He landed all right.
They did land. They did land right on in the bed.
Right in her bed.
Right in the bed. In his old room. No, but one of the funniest things was like them laughing in the bed because I was just like, as an actor, that's just hilarious. They were like, push-ups, jump in the bed.
What?
That's how it is. You gotta do the push-ups so you see by the breath. Yeah.
I'm done.
You didn't. Oh, you just thought they'd just be like, whoa.
I'm done.
I'm done.
That's what it is.
Oh gosh.
I ruined the magic. No. Anyway, they were in the bed. They were laughing, and she was like, "You know what? I'm starting to think it's not such a bad thing that we push we push the gas into the brakes." And she said, "I want to be able to dance in the arms of the guy I love."
What?
That's right, Lexi. That's right, Lexi.
Wait a minute.
That's what she meant.
I'm about to go put YouTube right now. I missed that word.
Carmen's like, hold up.
Like, wait a minute. Let me go pull up the YouTube.
Yo. That's so funny. I'm literally reading the direct sentence, and I still said love. We know that's what she meant.
I'm gonna say what she meant and not what she said.
Yo. Oh my gosh.
I love how I caught it so quickly too. I said the guy, ooh, that feeling.
Lexi tired of Layla playing with her too. She like, look, girl. You love that boy.
We know you love him.
No, legitimately, the guy I have feelings for, without feeling like I'm doing something wrong. And then she says, "Oh, but I still don't want to rush and tell everyone. I want to protect this and keep it."
She twirls her little finger on his shoulder.
I know. No, this moment. Can we talk about this moment real quick? This moment was the one. This moment was the one. Their faces, they were just like staring at each other. She was like caressing his face. It was adorable.
They're always.
He loves her hair. She loves his face.
Yeah, and his shoulders. She loves his shoulders too.
Yes, when she does the little wraparound. Y'all can't even see my hands right now. When she does a little wraparound,
I'm done.
I live.
You said I don't care if you can't see him. I'ma still do it.
I'm gonna let you know what it looks like. I'll let y'all know. Look at my hand. You can't see my hand.
She said visualize.
Audience, visualize. Kaya, go.
Come up on his shoulders and wrap around his neck, and she clasped him back there. I said, oh, keep him there.
Keep them there. You know what it also is for me? It's like when she like pinches his cheek almost. It's the cutest thing. No? You said I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my gosh.
I can't remember. I can't recall. That's fine.
No, it's like when she's okay, never mind. I'm not gonna describe it. It's like when she's grabbing his face, she always like
visualize
it. Anyway, so 505, I need love.
She don't even want to review.
So 505 starts. Huh?
You don't even want to review this episode.
I don't. I literally just want to skip to it would have killed me. That's all I want to say. No, so JJ, and the thing we were just talking about this a little bit ago, but like this pantsuit thing was like the most random storyline ever. And it just made no sense because it was like, even at the top, I guess they were just trying to say that JJ is weird normally, because why was JJ being like, oh, or maybe Jordan's hiding something, like when he was trying to get him to do the speed dating thing. It just didn't make any sense.
It didn't. A lot of stuff they did with JJ didn't make sense.
It didn't. They were just like, oh, we need you for this. Now we need you for this. It was basically what they needed in the moment they would use JJ for. And then come back around to his alcohol issues. But anyway, JJ invites Jordan to do the speed dating thing. And he immediately goes to Layla, Jordan does, and says, JJ, he doesn't even say, I think JJ knows about us. He's just like, JJ knows about us.
Because he knows his friend.
But he didn't. No, he didn't know about them.
JJ did.
No, he did.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Not at this point when he first.
Yeah, that's why he told him to do the speed date. Remember, he was trying to get out of
it. But he didn't know. He didn't know about Jordan and Layla when he was saying, "Oh, maybe Jordan's hiding something." He was just being weird.
No, I'm convinced he knew. From the end of the wedding episode 4.
I think I'm on the wrong part.
Back at the video, well, the photos from the wedding.
You think he found out? I think he knew maybe that it was Jordan. Like, I think that he maybe recognized one of them.
I'm convinced he knew, and I think he just when he figured it out. When he brought it up when they were at the speed dating thing, he was more surprised that he was the only one who knew, like, out of the boys, because Spencer.
No, because he literally says he's literally like, you and Layla, like, very confused. Why would he say that?
No,
because it's him and Layla.
He was flirting with Jordan.
No, I don't think so.
Remember when he was trying to get Jordan to go, he was like poking at Jordan, like, why can't you do it?
No, but what I'm saying is, I think he recognized Jordan, but I don't think he knew it was Layla.
I
thought at the wedding he realized both.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I think that it left on a cliffhanger to make it seem like he recognized both, but I think in actuality he was just like, Jordan pantsuit. I think he just realized it was Jordan, which could explain why he was being weird about Jordan, but then very shocked that it ended up being Layla who he
for me with. It's agree to disagree.
That's fine. No, I'll just say that's my audience. What do you think? I think it's just that he recognized Jordan, but he didn't know that Layla was the other person.
Carmen, look at that. Me and you agree on something together.
I know. Look at that. Look at that. Good. I love that.
Look, it's a new year.
Yo.
Kaya said, "Okay, don't get too ahead of yourself.
Right? Don't get too comfortable. The next scene is over."
No, because it really is about to be. No. So anyway, Layla is just like,
oh wait, it is.
She says. She said. So he told. She says. So he told you, like, straight face. Right? He told you he knows we're together. And then Jordan says, not in those words. And she's like, well, what words did he use, Jordan? And then what does he say? Oh, he's just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Talks about the speed dating event. And she says this, why would he ask you to do that if he knows we're a couple?
Come on.
Because he's messing with him.
Come on.
So he told you he knows we're together. Why would he ask you to do that if he knows we're a couple?
Listen to the words she's using.
Listen to the words.
Here we go.
Because it's going to come up. It's going to come up when, well, it's coming up. It's coming up. But then,
we don't have time for that part tonight.
We do have time.
It's a New Year's, Carmen.
So, anyway, so she ends up asking, like, so what are you gonna do about the speed dating event? And he's just like, well, I have no choice but to go or whatever. And she says, no choice. No, I'm kidding. She doesn't say that. Her face says that, though. Her face says that. And she's just, then Jordan says, oh, but I'm not blowing off our big night. I have big plans. She asks what those plans are. He's just like, oh, I don't know. I figured.
He goes, I have big plans. He said, I don't know.
Look, being with her is big.
Being with her is big. And so eventually she says she doesn't want to make a big thing about it, though. So eventually they decide to do like a rom-com movie night after I think she wanted to do like a horror movie night or something. So they decide on a rom-com movie night. Anyway, at the speed dating event, he's describing his perfect girl Jordan is to his speed date. And he goes like, she's independent and smart, she's gorgeous, she's amazing, obviously talking about Layla. And, you know, JJ is like talking to him in the midst of this conversation. And Jordan's just like, okay, stop. I know that you know about me and Layla, and it's the whole you and Layla thing, blah, 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 what we just talked about. And she's just like, oh, so you guys are like, she's your girlfriend or whatever? And Jordan goes, she's not my girlfriend, but
why is that line there? Why did they give him that line?
I don't know.
They're not together. They wasn't together yet.
They were together.
Carmen, don't even say
that her official was together.
Carmen, just
take the L, Carmen. Just take the L.
Carmen, don't even. You've been here before, Carmen.
He told you.
What line did she say together?
So he told you he knows we're together.
Yes.
Why would he ask you to do that if he knows we're a couple?
What? And
that's just in this episode. Besides, exactly. Thank you, Kyle. Besides the previous episode where she said, "I want to be together."
What? Do the math.
Don't recall that line. I don't recall it.
And then once again, when we get to the end of this episode, another line that she says, I'm like, come on, how many different ways she got to tell you?
Exactly. Like, what are you talking about? And so this basically, if you can't tell by now, audience, me, Carmen, and Kaya have different. Well, me and Kaya are on the same page about this, but Carmen has a different view, and I want to know. And I agreed. So I want to hear what the audience's thoughts are about what their relationship status was going into 505, like as 505 is progressing. Because then he comes, and obviously after saying like she's not my girlfriend but I want her to be, he goes to see her. She stops the session, which that's a whole thing.
Take them out. The girl was in the middle of vocal. She said, excuse me, Ava. That was her name, something like that. Can you get out? My man is here. Like
literally. Did the little hop, skip, jump. My man needs me.
No.
And Jordan ended up being like, he wanted to talk, and he was just like, I'm feeling a little unsettled about our conversation earlier. And she asked him how speed dating went or whatever, and he's just like, oh, it was whatever, blah, blah, blah. Some girl has a foot fetish. And she's like, oh, you do have good feet. This is my favorite because this man says, can you take this seriously? Yes. And she says, take what seriously?
The speed dating?
Take what serious?
He was unsettled in the so-called
they
went together.
She was making jokes on jokes. Oh, you do have good feet. Take what seriously? The speed dating? Please.
Don't laugh at his pain. Don't be laughing at his pain. Okay?
No, I will.
Don't laugh at his pain. Obviously, they have a different definition of what them together look like, which is why he's unsettled whether they're together or not.
Okay, but why do they have different definitions? I feel like that different definition is because Jordan is like saying these things and he's agreeing to these things, but then he's like coming back and being like, oh well.
Yeah, because he can't think in the moment. He needs time. He got to step away from her to think.
Girl, what?
Exactly. What does that mean? What does that have to do with anything?
He can't function. He say yes to anything in her presence. Then he step away and he realized.
No,
like,
that's not true. Literally, they do a whole, like, they have a whole conversation about what they're doing tonight. And, you know, he's the one who decides to go out on the sweet date, right? And what does he tell her? He's just like, oh, I'm beginning to think that you wouldn't mind if I had found someone at this speed dating event. And she's just like, oh, I wouldn't have liked it, but if you had found someone, which, getting back to her like insecurity, if you had found someone you liked better than me, I wouldn't want to stand in your way. And then he goes, are we the secret or am I the secret? Which is like, Jordan, did she not? Y'all just had this conversation in her bed.
Well, clearly he's not at peace with the conversation. So therefore,
but why? But he's the one who's bringing himself to not be at peace because she's clarified.
Well, he has every right. Then he has every right to question their secret. Nobody knows. Like,
and she explained why nobody knows before.
Yeah, but now he's questioning. Really, is it that, or is just he the secret? Like, so he want to know.
Regardless, she doesn't answer it right at that moment. She's just like, look, I gotta get back. I'm not ready for this deep conversation right now. No, but she does come back to him. She organizes a redo of the speed dating on Valentine's Day. And she asks him the questions from before with JJ's help, etc. This part was cute when he comes and she was just like, oh, I'm glad you came or whatever. And she was just like, oh, I thought you didn't want to hang out. And she was like, oh, no, you. Don't put this on me. You didn't want to hang out. No. But anyway, so
that's because she watered down his version of Valentine's Day. That's why.
Oh, my God.
Can we not
what version? The version where he had no plans?
Oh, so now you want to say he had no plans. Just a few minutes ago, Kaya was like, oh, being with Layla's just a big deal. But now,
first of all, you said Kaya and Lexi are speaking for each other, so I'm gonna attack both of y'all at once.
I ain't do nothing to her. I ain't say nothing.
See, Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Oh my god.
Carry on.
Oh
Carry on. Carry
my gosh.
on.
So anyway, she asks him the questions. He eventually figures out that it was JJ's speed dating questions. Obviously, the describe your perfect girl comes up again. He had described her earlier, and so he ends up just without hesitation saying you.
Wait, do you know what I love? Is when he
What?
asked her, "Can I ask you a question?" Her little
Yes.
She's like,
What?
Yes.
oh my gosh! I was like, stop it! Come on, it's so
And what does he
adorable.
say? What did he say? He was just like, "Is this a?"
Is this a real date or a date date?
Yeah, she said, "Ugh, depends on your answers." Like she's always gonna be. What I love about this for her is she's able to. She still keeps her lightness. Like if this was anybody else, I feel like she would have gotten super frustrated and like whatever. And I mean, obviously she was a little bit annoyed, but and I don't even think she was a little bit annoyed because she went to JJ, asked him for his help, etc.
Yeah, I don't think
But
she was
again, I don't
annoyed.
know. She was just able to keep her light, just still joking while still like being serious about them, which I loved. Um, so yeah, that was cute. That was cute. But obviously uh, she comes into the booth after he says you, and she gives in this speech about how it wasn't about hiding their relationship. Carmen,
What's that, Lexi?
Carmen, I'm waiting
What?
for some response.
Because you're saying it after the fact of him expressing his unsureness. Like she's saying it
Girl,
after.
Yeah, because she's responding. She was confused.
I didn't say
She
she
was
didn't
confused.
respond.
She said, I thought we was together. I
Oh,
don't know.
she's giving
no.
him extra confirmation now because man's clearly needs it. But come on,
Literally.
Okay, if he needs it, he needs it. But can you blame him? Every 5 seconds is like
she realized
a
he clearly
holdback.
needed what? Wait, what?
Wait. Say that again. Say
Every
that
five
again.
seconds for her is like a holdback. So I said what I said. Mm,
What? How was it a
period.
holdback? Explain before we get into what she says.
We ain't got
What
time to
was?
explain. We
Yes,
gotta
we
get
do.
to the rest of the
No,
stuff.
we got
No. You
time.
gotta explain this
When we get to,
holdback
I
thing.
don't have the time. We gotta get to the rest of the stuff.
Okay, can you just give us
Give
one
me another
holdback
part.
though?
What?
Can you just give us one holdback though?
The Valentine thing. Doing something for Valentine's
Where
Day.
where he had no plans and she just said, "Can we watch a horror movie?"
See, you can focus
I
on no
don't think.
plans, but the thing is like, okay, like it's like watered down. It's like, can we just do something that's inside? That's pretty much inside, hidden. Nobody sees us.
How do we know Jordan wasn't gonna do something that was inside?
But
He
that
didn't have a
that wasn't the
plan.
question. That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question. That's what you
But you
asked.
said no,
Next,
because you said it would pretty much inside and like
next,
away from people.
next. You didn't,
See,
you didn't say. You
see.
said give it to you. You didn't say was discussing it. Next.
Oh, oh.
Wow.
Okay, okay.
Oh my god.
Anyway, she says, Jordan, this has never been about hiding our relationship. This is about protecting how we feel about each
Oh
other
goodness.
from that word. It would have killed me if you had met someone else today. My feelings for you are real.
Yes, let her
I'm
know.
glad you're mine. So she clarifies their status. Their status once again. Anyway, 506, they really only had one major moment, is that, Jordan said, need you
She
need you
was
please.
gone. Girl was gone.
Very gone,
Find
very
your
gone,
own way
very
to that
ready to
video
go
shoot.
see.
That part.
You would not be taking my
That
car.
part.
They
That's my picture has to know. She has to know, man. She has to
oh
know.
yeah,
She
she's
has to
showing
know.
up 2.5 hours late to the video
Right?
shoot. She has
Layla
to.
late. Come on.
And leaving in
Never.
the middle of the like, she
And
has
you
to
know
know.
also because look at when she had her
She said we're gonna run the song
wait,
again.
yes. I'm like, because look at 416 when she was like, oh, this isn't like Layla, like something must have happened or whatever. Come on. I know she found out what happened. Her and Jordan got stuck in the studio.
You're right, God. I didn't even think about that.
Come on. Now she's like,
she
2 hours late.
because she literally just shrugged off the fact that Layla. No, she knows. She knows.
She's 2 hours late now.
Anybody knows? She has to know because she's like, she's seeing Layla unravel more than anybody right now.
It's true. It's true. So they snuck in a couple rounds, depending on your definition of sneak. And he's just like, and according to Jordan, he didn't need her for that, but she came in looking all her. And he couldn't resist. Which props to you, Jordan.
Please for me,
please. Okay.
Jordan,
I really have. I really have to go.
I'm going nowhere.
But what I love about the scene is that it was just them checking up on each other's day. How are things going with the crew? She's so happy to just like
so cute.
Have somebody to care for. I just love it. I just love it. How are things going with the recruits?
Right. And it's not even like she's the only one that's showing that she cares. My man is showing that he cares too.
Literally. Oh, can I go to the video shoot? No.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to say,
have patience.
Her hip.
Come on, he cares.
George at this point just want to be glued to Layla hip. Like, where you going?
Except forget football.
The video shoot with the dancers and the tight dresses. No.
Negative.
If anybody has seen my wife and kids,
throwback.
You gotta hold it longer, nah.
I'm joking. Anyway, and then we get JJ. Literally.
Layla like, these coochies won't be dancing for my man.
Especially since she done had my man Jordan had a glow up since them Simone days. She said, no way, they will not be seeing you like this. Maybe before.
She was like, in the cardigans, yes. Nah, not right
yes,
now.
With
not
the
right
M,
now.
with the Mickey D's M, they could have seen you.
She was just
then.
like, no, your hair isn't quite 4B excellence right now, but it's still high.
It's getting there. We are WIP.
It's getting there.
Okay. Get off him now.
You defended Jordan to the death.
Right?
So
she defended him of her life. Yo, like,
get off of him. Y'all let it too thick now. One layer. Too many layers going on here.
Oh my gosh. Anyway. JJ acts wild. We don't need to go into that because we covered it during the episode review. Hate it or love it. 507. The secret is still secreting. She asks him, no. This is what happens. He calls her, or he sends her a text or something to meet up. Which even though he had this huge news, he immediately goes to her and is just like, how are things going with Patience after the internet blew up? So again, just them checking in on each other's day, and she's just like tells him about it, but she's like, enough about me. I want to hear about my man.
What's the news, boo? What's the news, boo?
It's the translation that Lexi got for Layla every time.
my man. my man. My man.
It's always translate. Like, I don't think she said that, but I got you, Lexi. Okay.
She did say that in her mind.
I know you translate
word
for
word.
What you really mean.
So anyway, he tells her that 2 colleges have reached out, and she's like, plot twist. She did say that.
She did say that.
Plot twist. But she was really surprised by the news. And he's just like, yeah. So I wanted to talk to you about it because I want to talk about what that would mean for us.
Because that's his
girlfriend.
Not
sure if he could do. Because that's his girlfriend. It's clarified now. He knows. He's aware now.
He knows. Yes, he knows it now.
I don't know how he did it before, but anyway, he knows now. He's just like, I want to know what it would mean for us, because I'm not sure if I could do long distance. again, parallel with him saying, like, what was it about Simone? I couldn't imagine fitting her into two measly snack breaks. Like,
with Simone.
Exactly. It's easier, he said, with her so far away. And then she says, which I want to get your opinion on why she says, but she says, like, long distance could work in our favor, keep our secret a secret. Don't feel like you have to stay at GAU out of some misplaced loyalty. I personally think she said that because she was so surprised. And it was like a way for her to be like, I don't want you to stay because of me. So in that way, she just like avoided that completely. It was just like, I don't know, could help us keep a secret. But what do you all think?
Carmen, you take it, or are you still thinking? Oh, okay. I I feel like I'm with you. I think more of a defense mechanism for her to say that, because again, she was just like, it's never been about our relationship, keeping our relationship a secret or whatever. It's more about the vortex. Oh, I'm so sorry.
We were doing so well. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
So it's more about the V. But I feel like that's what it mostly is. It's finding out. Although, we're pretty sure, all of us. I don't know about Carmen. You and I are.
I'm glad you know.
You and I are pretty sure that a lot of them, or maybe some of them, but like a good amount of them probably know about them already, or have inklings of what's happening between the two of them, or they're just plain dumb. Right. Who knows? But I feel like for her, in her mind, no one's catching on still, like, yeah, they're being, I don't want to say messy, but like they're still not trying to hide it really. Like they're out there in the open. They're standing at tables together, chilling up on couches together, like, make it out in public. Anybody could have walked out that restaurant and saw them out there. But I think in her mind, it's more so like, oh, if they find out about us, then look at who we got in this V. We got Coop. Always in business. Like,
let's talk about it. People, look. Sorry, go ahead, Carmen, and then we'll talk about it.
I was going to say, I get a vote, don't I?
You do.
I just think she means exactly what she said. It can help them be a secret even longer. That's all I say.
You think she still wants to just keep him a secret?
I feel like she knows exactly what she said.
I don't feel like she wants to keep him, like, just to keep their relationship a secret. How do you say it? Look, I feel like
I think
more so
she wants to be really precious about this relationship and really cautious about how it comes out, because not only because of her history within that group, but and not only because of who's in the group itself. Again, Coop, we see the problems that Coop is currently causing for another couple who is no longer together in the group.
Carmen,
but also because she
says it helped, pretty much they can stay a secret a longer. Like, there's no hidden about it. That's what she meant.
I mean, to you, yes. To you, but for me, looking at her face at the end, she did not look. Mm-hmm. She did not look. She didn't look set. She didn't look settled. She looked a little unsettled. To use Jordan's words.
But this is the thing, right? It's not Jordan that wants to for them to be a secret. So it's not like she said it for his benefit. Like, oh, it will help what you want.
I never said that. I said she didn't know what to say, so she should have just said it as a defense mechanism.
Sure.
I think that's the first time she's brought up the secret, that she didn't actually think about the secret. Like it was a secret because I don't know what else to say, rather than it was a secret because I want us to say a secret. But in terms of the secret, I really think she's just trying to be as cautious as she can. Because of said history, plus because of her relationship with the Bakers.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's just with the V. Anyone else, she don't care. If her daddy finds out, she don't care. Mama Laura finds out.
You don't think she'll goes about Laura and potentially ruining that relationship if it goes south?
Like, whole new discussion.
No, I'm just saying. No, that's what I'm thinking about when I say that she paused. I think it's like, oh, what if this doesn't work out? If you found someone you like better.
Yeah, no, I feel like she wondered. I don't think Mama Laura and them are included in that, though. But I think that's something that she thinks about is the relationship itself. Like if it doesn't work out, but I feel like her wanting to keep this a secret is more so related to the V as a whole. But everyone else that's outside of that V, I don't feel like she'll mind if it gets out.
That's fair. I think she's thinking about the Bakers a little bit too. But I also think
Mama Laura, she'll be like, "Come here, Mama. I'm your new daughter." Like,
it's official.
See, that's how Laura. That's how Laura will react. But I don't know if Layla knows she's gonna react like that.
No, I feel like Layla will probably she'll probably be nervous, but I don't think she minds keeping, like, she's not trying to keep it a secret from Mama Laura and Papa Billy. I don't think she is. But nervous to tell them, yeah. I feel like she would be nervous to tell them.
I think that's what I'm saying. I don't think she's keeping a secret for secret's sake. I really think she's just being cautious about how this comes out more than anything else. Carmen, what are your thoughts on this?
That, of course. Of course, I think she's cautious about, she's afraid of the V, the influence that the V can have on a relationship. But I mean, eventually she's gonna have to just get over it and go for it.
And she will.
She will. It's gonna come.
But right now, they just recently
that's why I
made this relationship official.
But that's why
they've only been dating for like a month or so.
About it can help us keep it a secret. For me, it was like, oh, because I have no time. I have no plans, no time soon of this coming out. So yeah, we keep it secret longer.
Wow, Carmen.
I said what I said. Next.
Well, very briefly, go and listen to me and Kaya's review of 207 Integrity to hear our thoughts on Layla's visit to Brixton. But in the meantime, she did give a very nice speech about Jordan when she said, "My whole life everybody leaves, my mom, my dad, friends like you. The past year when things got hard, like really hard, he was there as my friend. He stayed, and we didn't plan for this to happen." And that was like the most succinct
period
way. It's probably the most complete answer we've gotten from Layla ever about like where her feelings are for Jordan and how they came about.
It's because the only person she really gets to talk to is Jordan about their relationship.
It's true. I wish that had changed. We deserved Patience should have been the first one to come on. Anyway, I'll let it go. Thanks for listening to Film Study, an All-American Universe podcast. I do have to add, there's a little question and answer portion that's exclusive to Patreon if you want to check that out. But we had a lot of fun answering that question that we got. But stay tuned for the next episode.